The Immortal Thor, issue number 24. This is the penultimate issue of this run. That's kind of cool. I'm trying to think of how long a comic book run should be. It's really weird to consider it because Immortal Hulk got to 50 issues with Ewing writing it. Even that seems like it's a long run. It's weird just how modern comic books operate, where the days of Snyder and Capullo doing years on Batman feels different now, where people get a couple years on a book before a new artist or creative team or writer just takes it over. But 25 issues of an Immortal Thor book, that's pretty good, you know? I think this book was coming out every couple of weeks, every 3 weeks, so 2 years of Thor comics from Al Ewing, that's exciting. This book is interesting. I've really dug this run. I've never been big into Thor. Maybe I should because this was something that I found compelling. It's just so daunting. And I think what really hooked me on it was just the idea of death, that theme to play with. Because it's very interesting to play with that in terms of a god. So we open up this book. We are where we left off. We just killed the Minotaur. And Thor's like, well, that happened. And now the city is going to attack them because the city is connected. What do they call the city? It's got a really complicated name. It's the NRGL. So the Nerdgel, I'm not even going to try to say that. The NRGL, the Nargil, I guess is what you would say. It's connected to the Minotaur. When you kill it, well, now it's going to come for you. So they need to escape the city. Lucky for them, Loki showed up and they have an arrow made out of eternity, so they point the arrow and it leads them away to safety. And as that's happening, Thor is having an inner monologue to himself, which is this is going surprisingly okay. There is ultimately something else at play here. I'm not sure what it is. All magic comes with a cost. I am dabbling in magics I don't understand. What could that be? And as he's saying that, we cut away to see the Utgard Loki holding the flame of Thor. Who indeed, Thor? Who's going to make you pay for it? Isn't that the question? It is playing with some the meta commentary of talking directly to the reader. Utgard Loki is talking to the reader at this point. And he's just kind of this is a story about magic and it's magic about a story. It's pretty metatextual. And we could end it here. But I am playing a larger game with Gaia, so instead of letting Thor and Loki and Heimdall and Scourge and Hermund all die in this moment at the snap of my fingers, well, we'll play the game out. I will lead them through the gates. So they managed to get through the gates, exiting the Utgard Hall. Thor's that was surprisingly easy. I don't know why that happened. That can't be a good sign. So as they are about to exit and close the gates behind them, blocking anything from leaving Utgard, that's when the Utgard Loki makes himself known. He's yeah, well, you did it, okay? You passed your trial. You endured this hardship, but I'm still a Loki, and my magic is deeper than your magic, so how are you supposed to seal the gate of Utgard if there is no gate? And that is when Utgard Loki destroys the gate. What that means is all of the hordes and creatures of the Utgard can now break through and attack Asgard, or Midgard even, or any of the other realms. So Thor's not too happy about that. Now that there is no gate, what is going to stand in the way of these creatures from destroying it? Well, it's going to have to be Thor. He's no, I will be the gate. So he sends Hermund away with what's left of Heimdall. They escape. Loki vanishes at some point. Thor knowing what's about to happen with Loki. And Scourge is all right, man, it's you and me. We're going to stand here. We're going to be the gate. We're going to stop things from coming through. I love it. And Thor's I would like nothing more than to have that happen. But if both of us were to die in this instant, who would stop the threat that way? I need you on the Black Bridge. If I fail my mission, then you have to stop the hordes from coming through, or you have to destroy the bridge. He's I guess that makes sense. Have at him, Thor. There you go. You're going to stop everything from passing through. What is trying to pass through? It is the next threat that is coming for him. The hordes of Utgard, directed by Mijed, the Hooded One. Insane looking design. I really dig it. It looks like a Herculoid character with big arms. So stupid. I like it. So now Thor's in the middle of another fight. And as he's getting like wailed on by the Hooded One, Lady Sif has a vision of him. And she's like, oh shit, that's the thing Thor told me was going to happen. The thing that he said that shouldn't happen is happening. I gotta go warn everybody. So she like runs into the halls like, everyone, battle stations, it's about to go down. Asgard to arms. And it's Foundril who's like, yo, slow down, Sif. It's okay. We found something here. Look who's here. And it is Heimdall. She's like, how is he here? But he saw the vision too. Whatever is coming for them, he saw it as well. Hermund, who brought him there, almost like passes out from it. So Volstig's like, this poor fellow hasn't eaten in days. I gotta go get him something to eat. Everyone to your stations. I'll deal with this. Sif's got her own mission to deal with. We're gonna get to the bottom of it. Cut back to Thor in the middle of his fight. Looks really good. He's getting the wind knocked out of him. And the Majid is just like, you sent all your allies away. You're just like one guy. None of your servants are here to help you. And he's like, my servant is here. Trust me. My servant is the storm, and I could call upon the thunder and the lightnings of the realms. And he shoots down a huge lightning bolt that attacks the Hooded One. And the fight is just turning in favor of Thor. He's just getting really good. He's bloody, he's broken, he's intense. And he's like, hey, you probably like forgot through like all of the chaos in our fight. I threw my axe. Would you like to know where it is? And then just like rips through him. Literally, we get guts and stuff, which I didn't think was allowed in a comic book from Marvel that wasn't a red band issue. I know that's like a big thing, but I guess because it's so like ambiguously destructive, you can't really tell what the inside pieces are. So if it was more visceral and detailed, I guess that would be worse and we'd have to red ban it, but whatever. Marvel has weird rules about their censorship. So Thor defeats the Hooded One and he's like, I did it. I live. Do you hear? I live. Thor lives. The Immortal Thor lives on. And everyone's kind of watching. He sees like in the distance that Executioner's like, he did it. Jolly good. And then he's like seeing a vision of Sif, and Sif's like crying for him. This man that she loves so much has like faced the end that was coming for him. He's fought through everything and he survived. And then Thor's like, this could work for me. Maybe I do like Sif. Maybe I could see like a happy ending ahead for me. This was the battle of battles. This was like my ultimate end in the sight. And now there's like a life I could live. This is it. I'm going to be a happier person. And then the last page reveal is that Loki stabs him and he dies. Brilliant, because Loki's been narrating the book. Loki has been narrating the book. And then it's just like, you know, look at the visions that Thor was seeing. Everything was going to be all right in the world. And then he died. And I'm like, yeah, this is what we've been setting up from the beginning with Loki. As soon as he became the teller of tales, this Loki was going to be the death of Thor, which is very interesting. Now, Thor is getting stabbed with that weird eternity arrow. So I don't know what that means. Is that if that's going to be like Thor becomes one with all of time and space and is like a new ethereal level of a god. He's like transcended to something else. I don't know. But it's just brilliant. Like to tie this all back to the Thor-Loki relationship and like how those two are like the weaver of tales within this whole mythology. That's really cool. A really fun idea. I like it a lot. I love just like the huge like Thor's happy and he's dead. That's genius. It's incredibly well handled. One more issue. Have they announced another Thor book after this? I'm sure he'll continue to like appear and stuff. But are we actually going to kill Thor for a minute? That would be interesting. What happens in the Marvel Universe when the God of Thunder isn't there? Does somebody else become Thor? Do we do that type of a story again? Interesting. Is this also brand synergy because maybe we're going to kill Chris Hemsworth off in the movies? I don't think that. But you never know. It's a fun idea. It looks really cool. Just a meta story that I'm vibing with. Really, really vibing with. So, the Immortal Thor, issue number 24. I am going to give a 9 out of 10. Now, thank you all for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter And of course, I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.